Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Committed Critics, a pop culture podcast where we're not only committed to our opinions, but also each other.
Aww.
I'm Kevin Lau.
I'm Zachary Wright.
And I'm Jordan Smearman. Yay!
What? Jordan's back. And we have an interesting episode today that Zach was bringing to the table. Zach,
Hello.
what are we talking about today?
We're talking about our gaming habits, guys. So
Uh-oh.
I enjoy video games. We've all talked about this. Kevin, you enjoy your collection of video games. And Jordan, we have recently indoctrinated you into the world of gaming.
Sure.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you guys will see.
Yeah,
I've actually been gaming. I just don't do
I
it
was
as
about to say,
much.
Zach, I don't think we get credit for that.
I know, I'm just giving her
It's more of my brother.
pardon my French. But yeah, so I thought today we'd go through what our history with video games is, what genres you like to play, and then we'll just go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So
I guess I'll start.
Kevin, sorry. Kevin, you just go ahead and start first.
So according to my parents, I've been quote unquote playing video games since I was 2 years old, which makes sense because I don't remember a time before I was playing video games.
Kevin, I know you're the oldest, but was it your dad left the controller unplugged and you just sit there and play with the controller?
I would my dad would I would watch my dad play video games, of course, but then
Right.
my parents would just let me play video games by
Oh, nice.
myself. I remember the Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So because it was really easy, put the game in, I flip the switch, I have the controller in my hands, and I just play around. I may not finish the first level of a game, but I play around and have fun.
Right.
But yeah, no, my parents had a Super Nintendo back in the day, Sega Genesis, a PlayStation 1, and a Sega Game Gear.
Oh my.
I know my mom had a Sega Game Gear. I think she got rid of it a long time ago. But that thing I remember holding it and playing Castlevania when I was maybe 3 years old. I don't know. I didn't understand what I was looking at. I was like, oh, a game, shoot you. You do things. I played lots of Mario, lots of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro in my formative years, which kind of lended itself to my love of puzzle platformers. And my favorite game, Portal 2. My favorite console that I played so far is the Switch, mostly because of how it shows how gaming has progressed in terms of technology. It was now I can play console level games on the go. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I was playing that with the Vita too, but the Vita is, underrepresented. So
Rip.
the Switch is the next best thing.
Hey, I
Every
need to put
console
some
has its
respect
thing that
on
I
the
love about
PSP,
it.
Kevin.
What?
Put some respect on the PSP.
The PSP is great too. They didn't have one though,
Oh.
so
I
had
didn't either.
friends.
You're fine.
Yeah, I should get one though.
I had a little Star Wars one.
I need to get the PSP Go, the one that has the slider.
The slit up, like a little flip phone, it would slide up.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
one
that.
That one looks so cool. But yeah, I should probably get that. But I'm also a casual game collector. I've tried, I buy used consoles and used games, and just trying to build up a physical collection.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, Jordan, do you want to establish your gaming cred?
Sure. Yeah, because I'm definitely a gamer.
She's a bigger gamer than all of us.
I know, right?
Yeah. Plot twist. So I started gaming when I was pretty young as well. I don't really know a specific age, but back then it was mainly PC games. And then I don't know if you guys had them either. We didn't really have consoles at home.
Mm-hmm.
We had, the ones where you can plug it into the red, yellow, and white plugs in the back of the TV and change
the
the
plug and
input.
play?
The plug-in plays. Yeah, we had those.
Yeah, we had those. Yeah, we had a WWE one, and then my dad had a golf one, and so those
Nice.
I would sometimes play
I had
those
a
too. And I had a Littlest
Spider-Man
Pet Shop one.
And that thing would
Spider-Man?
aggravate me to no end, to every end.
But PC games, they were mainly learning ones. So I don't know if you guys played Putt Putt, who was the little purple car. There was that one.
I
remember
played
that one.
Elmo, Ape Sesame
Elmo.
Street.
We played. I had Clifford the Big Red Dog for when we were in kindergarten. If we were good and read all of our books, we had Clifford the Big Red Dog. We could go play on the
I
computer.
also had Fisher Price games too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we had Putt Putt, and then we had Tonka Monster Trucks. My brother loved that one. So that's what I guess started gaming with. But I remember at Latchkey and stuff, which was just daycare for big kids, for those of you who don't know. But I remember we had a PS2 and sometimes they'd let us play it. So I would play the Crash Bandicoot Racing or
Nice.
Spyro. But that was pretty much it. And I didn't really start to game until I got a Game Boy. And then eventually
Nice.
I got a DS. And my brother was more of a gamer. But we played like on our Wii a lot, and then he actually got an Xbox 360. I think like 2010-ish. And that's when it really took off. Yeah. So like he saved up all of his birthday and Christmas money and stuff, and he got an Xbox, and that's when he started playing Call of Duty and things like that. Because before that, it was just like, you know, Guitar Hero and Rock Band. We didn't really have a lot of combat
so
games.
He downgraded.
But, you know what? Maybe. Yeah. But so he was more into gaming than me, but like my gaming kind of went from less consoles to more like apps and stuff like on iPads and things like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I really found a love with Angry Birds and Cut the Rope and especially Minecraft Pocket Edition was my like I oh my God, I spent so much time Minecraft Pocket Edition. I built an entire college campus on my iPod Touch. So
oh wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
I think we need to establish that she did this on her iPod Touch.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever played the PC version?
I have. I actually bought it the full version because I had the beta and stuff like that on my computer, but I bought the full version freshman year of college, and that was like for a couple months and stuff. Everyone in my floor, we all played. We all had a map together. We would play there.
Nice.
But Pocket Edition was my thing. But after that, like I've played COD, Halo Reach, Gears of War 2. Sometimes I would fool around on GTA if my brother said, like, here you go, let's see what happens. But that was pretty much it. And actually, like, I didn't have a console that I bought myself until I bought my Switch like a little over a year ago. Because my Game Boy, my DS, those were birthday gifts and Christmas gifts. So I didn't really I didn't physically buy myself a console until I got the Switch. And that's kind of where my gaming journey resumes to present day.
Nice.
And then you spent like how many hours in Animal Crossing over quarantine?
I think it's like 185.
Well, it's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I think.
But
There was
I know
one time
people
I
with
just
way
played
more.
it. Yeah, I played it for 5 hours straight, and I thought it was like an hour. And I was so dazed because like Zach came over to my apartment after that, and I didn't even realize I've been playing it for 5 hours. I was just laying on the couch, just trying to build my village up, and I was like, oh my.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that happens.
It's
But once
so
you-
good.
she was like, I feel so
Yeah.
bad. It's been like 5 hours. I said, Jordan, this happens all the time. Don't worry about it.
Animal
yeah.
Crossing just becomes real life. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. Paying
It
off
was
your
such
debt.
a perfect quarantine game. Oh my God. I
wait
got my
until
Switch in
you
the
play
perfect
Stardew.
time. Oh, I'm excited.
That's not because with Stardew Valley, it's not based on real time. So the days can pass as long as you're playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
The
yeah,
time's
you just go to
different, yeah.
sleep early. Yeah, it's like Minecraft essentially.
Oh, it is like Minecraft. Oh my goodness. It's like Animal Crossing and Minecraft. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
I started gaming back when I was very young, and I remember like all the way back. My dad, they will never remember this. My parents will not remember that we had a Nintendo 64, but I know we did because I remember holding the controller and thinking, "What the hell is wrong with this controller?"
Are you sure that you maybe wasn't at a friend's house?
No,
or
it was. I remember
A
it
fever
being
dream?
in our living room
at a church
playing
event
it.
or something?
I promise you, it was in our house. So we had the Nintendo 64 as a golf game, and then it broke. And then my dad went and I think got like a PS1, and like we would play quote play together, I think. And then it didn't really come together for me until the PS2 days. Like, oh my God, I loved my PS2.
Oh yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront. That's what I got the PS2 around the same time. Like I started liking Star Wars, so it was very much like hand in hand. So like
That's the
Battlefront.
golden age.
What was that?
That's the golden age for Star Wars
yeah.
game.
So like Star Wars Battlefront 2. I had like the Force Unleashed for PSP. My dad got me a PSP for like when we went on trips and stuff. So I had the PSP. I wasn't really a DS kid until my sister got a DS. She got that for Christmas, and I'm like, oh, I like Mario Kart. So I went and bought my own DS Lite, stuff like that.
Yes.
And then after that generation of consoles, I started sharing the PS3 with my dad because he loves the PlayStation series, consoles. He loves the sports games. So I hopped in and bought, I think, the first Call of Duty Black Ops for PS3, and that's where I started liking FPSs, first-person shooters. And then I heard this game called The Last of Us came out. I'm like, that sounds really cool. I kind of want to play it. So I went and got it, and that's where I started falling in love with like third-person action adventure narrative games. So that's where I literally enjoyed like where I get my story from in video games was The Last of Us.
Nice.
And then my friends, before the PS4 and Xbox One came out, they convinced me to get the Xbox One because they were all on Xbox. I'm like, okay, whatever. terrible
Yeah.
decision.
Especially
Because-
since you didn't get Sunset Overdrive.
Well, not even that. It was just the original Xbox One was like $500. The PS4 was only $400. But like, and that was right when like Call of Duty transitioned their deal with Xbox over to PS4. So like we lost all the exclusives and stuff like that. So it really wasn't worth it at all to get the Xbox One. But I stuck with it. I had a great time. Some of my fondest memories on that console were playing Rainbow Six Siege with my friends. Like they were all in basketball, and so they would be at basketball practice talking about Rainbow Six Siege. Then they come home and we'd play Rainbow Six Siege, and they talk about basketball practice. We had like we had 10 people in lobby. Sometimes we had to play like our own custom games. It was so fun. And then when I got to college, I slowly fell out of like consoles. So and I built my own computer, transitioned to more PC titles, and then I also bought my own PS4 so I could play exclusives like God of War, Spider-Man, stuff like that. And that was really when I really transitioned into being a full-fledged like gamer on like all titles and consoles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the Xbox the one in our living room right now?
So that is the Xbox One S. So that I traded in the original one and got that one because it was smaller, and I think I only had to pay like $100 to upgrade to it.
Fancy.
Yes. So going from that, Kevin, what kind of genre of games do you enjoy playing, sir?
I like puzzle platformers and action adventure games, especially when there's a solid narrative to tie it all together. So I love the Portal series. I love the Legend of Zelda series. So in Legend of Zelda also kind of lent itself to puzzle platforming as well. I also enjoy a good real-time strategy game like StarCraft, and then virtual card games. Like right now I'm playing Runeterra, which is the League of Legends card game, which is pretty good. So cool. I'm terrible at shooters, but Alan Wake is a top 3 game for me. Mostly because it has aim assist on it, so it makes it easier. But the story is also great in there. And that
Dude,
too.
all consoles have aim assist. You're fine.
Gotta get that red dot. Mine was a smiley face in COD.
Nice. I don't play Call of Duty. I tried. It's just like, this is so boring.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I get it. You enjoy Borderlands though, which is also a shooter.
Yeah, I enjoy Borderlands. That one's, I don't know. It's like that one you don't really need skill.
True. Yeah.
It's just kind of like you just know what stats you need to build, and like, okay, I got it, and then that's it.
Yeah. Jordan.
Okay, so I'm kind of in the same boat as Kevin. So like I like chill games and puzzle games mainly. I will play like action adventure games, but I don't really like fighting or any type of conflict. Unless it's Smash, sometimes COD. Yeah. Like literally, okay, so I've played Pokemon and stuff. That was a huge thing for me as a kid, but I played it to catch them all, not to battle. I absolutely hate battling in Pokemon. Like I just want to catch all the Pokemon, put them in contests, and explore some cities. Like I hate that there were gym battles and stuff. So that's mainly why I don't play Pokemon anymore.
The turn-based combat is not fun.
What'd you say?
The turn-based combat is not fun.
No, it's not. I'm just like, I don't know. I don't really care about battling.
You can get Pokemon Snap.
I could. I've thought about it. But I like...
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah.
I like games where I can be creative and collect things. So like Animal Crossing and Minecraft, those are really where I thrive. And then we were talking before we started recording, but I just finished Captain Toad and I really enjoyed that too. So that's kind of where I'm at with my games.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about you, Zach?
So I will, if you tell me to play a game, I'll try to get to it because I'm busy, but also like, I'll give anything a shot. Like I really won't I played Kingdom Hearts because Ryan really wanted me to. And it was a struggle. I'll be real with you guys. It was a struggle, but I beat it.
It was more than a struggle. I'm sorry. You got so mad.
Yeah, I was viscerally
sometimes. It scared me.
Yeah, I was viscerally angry. What, Kevin?
It's Kingdom Hearts, not about skill. It's all about probability.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. So I would say my favorite genre is like third-person action-adventure games. So like with solid narrative. So like God of War 2018, The Last of Us, Spider-Man PS4. Those are all like my bread and butter. I love those type of games. The like PlayStation's interactive studio, like when they put out games, they're dead ringers and usually pretty good. I tried Ratchet and Clank, like the 2016 version. I haven't tried it with the new update yet to make it that puts it in 60 frames per second. But even when I was playing it, I enjoyed it. It just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's more my cup of tea.
Yeah, no, I want to give another shot with a new update just because I came off playing it right after I finished Miles Morales, which was in 60 frames FPS. So going to Ratchet and Clank, I was like, oh, this is 30. Ew.
You gamers.
First world problems.
Right, yeah. But right after that, I enjoy first person shooters like in a multiplayer aspect. So playing like Call of Duty with friends is fun to me. Like just sitting in a lobby playing with my friends, like playing Warzone. Like that was my jam all this last summer. I enjoyed Destiny when it came out for a little bit. I enjoyed the looting and trying to like grind to get my character level. And right now I'm really enjoying like just maxing out my like Avengers in Marvel's Avengers, even though the game is pretty much terrible. It's fun to just like for me to like upgrade my character and try to like complete quote unquote complete the character for me. But yeah, anything else you guys would like to add before we hit the break?
Well, I mean, I think it's always good to like just try any game once.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know, that's what I do too. So, I mean, as a casual collector, I play test every game for a little bit, at least for first level. And sometimes there are games like, I don't know if I like this. And I play, I'm like, oh, this is great. I actually really do like it. Yeah. And I don't know. When it comes to like those RPG games though, when you have to level up a bunch of times or grind for it, I don't really have patience for those.
I get that. Yeah.
That's me with Pokemon.
I'm a busy man. Pokemon, I mean, at least with Pokemon, it's portable. So
right.
Yeah.
For me though, like that example, like just try something was Control. Like Control was like, oh, this seems weird. Doesn't seem like my cup of tea. But I played it and I fell in love with it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm still waiting for the time for me to binge it. So because I know I'm gonna love it. I love Remedy games. So
you will enjoy it.
They make good stuff.
But yeah, with that said, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
A quick bake.
A quick bake.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. There you go, Kevin.
Nope, gonna use the first one.
An easy bake oven.
Starting a podcast? Try a Podbean Unlimited hosting plan. It's what we use here at Committed Critics, giving us the opportunity to have our show on Pandora, iHeartRadio, and even Spotify. You can get your first month of unlimited hosting for free on us by going to podbean.com/committedcrits, just like our Twitter, or by clicking the link in the description. Podbean, the easiest, most affordable option to get started in podcasting.
And we're back. We are talking about our gaming habits that we enjoy, things we enjoy doing in our video games that we enjoy. Take a shot every time I say the word enjoy in that sentence.
Well, I'm dead.
Right. So what do we enjoy doing in games? I know I just said the word enjoy again.
I'm dying even more now.
I know, right? So for me, like,
Rip.
it really varies. So like completionists, experiencing characters and stories, grinding levels. So Kevin, what is the one thing you enjoy doing, or is like something you try to do in every game you play?
I try to break every game I play.
Why? This is why we can't have nice things. Jesus.
That's so expensive.
Well, no, not break as in like break the physical copy. Like
Okay. I thought you meant like play it so much that it ends up just not working anymore.
No, so more like just trying to like, so the game has a set of rules, right? Every game is like, it's like, yeah, so when you have a set of rules, like you can only do these things. Like when you like, you can't, you can only jump so high. It's like, oh, but can I? I can also wall jump. What if I combine that with something else?
Right.
And, try to like, find the barriers in games and like try to see if I can break the barriers as well. Or like just try something unconventional that the designers hopefully didn't plan for.
Right.
But like, but I enjoy games that are easy to learn but difficult to master. Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild are both great examples of having simple mechanics as a foundation, with the only limit being your imagination as you try to string the mechanics together.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that where it's like, I could go the path that they showed me to get to that thing, but what if I made my own path with the mechanics that I know and understand? But yeah, that kind of breaking, not, I'm gonna trash my PlayStation.
Kevin takes a hammer to every game cartridge he gets and just see like, is it gonna break? Nope, okay, it's solid.
It has to pass the hammer test to be a good game.
Exactly.
I mean, I broke my Rock Band drums from hitting them too hard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a
I went too hard, guys.
Didn't pass the test, guys.
Yeah.
Jordan, what do you like to do in your games?
Okay, so like I said before the break, I was playing Captain Toad, and I actually just beat it yesterday. So I'm on the bonus levels, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't I love collecting items, so going through all the levels and trying to collect all the coins and finding the hidden coins, and then getting the diamonds, and then completing the bonus challenge. I absolutely love doing that and stuff. And then
So you're a slight completionist, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, just a
when
little
it's
bit. Achievable.
You know what? Like, even at apps and stuff where it's like you can get 3 stars on something. Like Zach and I were playing Overcooked for a little bit, couple, and it was just like we did not we have to get 3 stars. I will not accept anything less than that.
Well,
so
you helped me platinum Bug Snacks on PS5.
That too, yes.
Talking about Bug Snacks.
Bug Snacks is something. I liked Bug Snacks, but I love doing those things, and I love being creative and kind of being able to do my own thing. So Kevin, you mentioned Breath of the Wild. Zach just went through the whole story, but when I was playing it, I was trying to do the mini challenges. So I'm not far at all into the game because I'm just kind of exploring and being able to kind of wander and do
there's so
whatever.
much to do.
There's a lot to do.
I think to 100% complete the game, you need to put in days worth of playtime.
Great.
Oh God.
Weeks.
Great.
It's a long game.
That's insane, though. Oh my God.
I want to say the article I saw said that someone completed 100%. It took them 68 days of playtime.
I'm gonna
my
Google
God.
it while you guys talk for a second.
Oh, that's so weird. Okay. But yeah, so I love being able to do that and kind of build things and stuff. And so completing little mini challenges is enjoyable for me as well. Because then I kind of feel accomplished, with Animal Crossing, you get to be creative and design your own island and stuff. But then they have those challenges where you can get Nook points and stuff. And I liked doing those as well. Cause then I was like, yay, I did something small today. Even though I sat on the couch for 5 hours, look at my island. It's great. So I don't know.
The apartment's just chaos.
Yeah. It was fine, but,
don't worry about it.
Not my problem. But yeah, so that's what I like to do. I don't know. I like games that I can kind of relax with. And even though Captain Toad was stressful at times and I got frustrated, it was still, I don't know. It was just so cute. The cuteness factor made up for it. So I was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think
it's
a good
still
game
a very
has
chill game.
Yeah. A good game can be chill, but also it can challenge you and make you a little bit of stress.
Yeah.
That's also a good
Yes.
indicator. Also, I Googled it really quick. So I'm seeing varying reports. If you buy all the DLC and complete everything within it, and you want 100% everything, it takes anywhere between 500 to 700 hours.
Okay.
But there's a current world record held by a French player who managed to 100% Breath of the Wild in 49 hours.
Oh my God.
That's 10 hours longer than it took me to do the main story.
I know, right?
Rip.
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
So you're looking how long to beat.com or whatever it's called.
I just Googled it. I found different numbers and stuff. There was some saying without DLC, with DLC. So I just tried to find the generic answer.
Yeah.
But for me, when I'm depending on the type of genre or the type of game, my habits can vary. So in games like Spider-Man 2018, for example, I platinumed that. Bug Snacks, I got it, and it was an easy platinum, so Jordan and I were able to get that platinum trophy. But there are games like God of War, which I really enjoy the story, that you have to kind of platinum as you go through the story. That kind of, it doesn't take away from it, but I wasn't ready to do that yet, and having to go back and do that is kind of a challenge. Which I'd rather just replay the story of God of War and do all the fun stuff and enjoy my experience in there and not worry about that trophy completionist aspect of it. But there are games like Avengers. What do you say, Jordan?
Weak.
Rude. But there are games like Avengers where I like just bouncing back and forth with Avengers, for example, and just grinding my characters out. Right now, I'm trying to max out Captain America, and then I'm going back and doing Thor at the same time. So I'm just trying to get that character to that certain number where it's 150 power level, just for the sake of saying 150 power level. I know it's kind of pointless.
Imagine all the other games you could play.
I know, exactly, right? But I do want to go back and play Breath of the Wild again, just because when Kevin and I were talking about it, I'm starting to enjoy that simple mechanic function where it's where your imagination is that strings it all together and brings it all together, which I really enjoy.
You're getting there. I'm watching you play Portal 2. It's like, well, he'll think outside the box at some point.
Exactly. And it's funny because like I've noticed that with older games because I bought the new Mass Effect remaster, like the legendary edition, and it doesn't really hold your hand, kind of like Portal, where it's like you just gotta go explore. But I'm like, I don't want to go explore. Just tell me where it is so I can experience the story.
Give me a waypoint.
Give me a waypoint. Give me a map. And I'm like, I'm just whining. First world problems, right?
That's why you didn't like Kingdom Hearts, though.
Well, right, yeah, but also
Kingdom Hearts is pretty linear.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah, it was very much like I hear saying I had to walk through the entire time with Kingdom Hearts. Not fun. Whereas I'm not gonna really need a walkthrough for Mass Effect unless I get super lost.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so
good job. Good luck with the Telltale games.
Oh dear Lord, making me choose.
Making you choose, and you also have to do your own puzzle solving. Think outside the box. It's great.
But yeah,
I actually legitimately love Walking Dead season 1.
Kevin, do you have any questions you want to throw at us? I know you had before the episode. You had some questions you want to throw at us.
So when you guys have a chance to make your own avatar, do you try to make it look like you, or do you try something else? So, what you got?
I mean, for me, it just depends on the game. It's like Mass Effect. Well, I just made my own character. I didn't really try. I just kind of played around with it and just played around with the character customization, and whatever I ended up with.
Okay.
But like Skyrim, like where it doesn't really matter to the character itself, like sure, yeah, make it look like myself. But if there's like, I didn't really want to make the Mass Effect character like because it's John Shepard for me, or if you pick the female version, it's Jane Shepard. So I mean, the character is still you, but there is like a canon to it. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I just want to play the story. Like I can't customize my Kratos, for example, or customize my Spider-Man. I guess you can with suits, but it just depends on the game, really, for me.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Jordan?
I would agree with that. Like, I don't know, like in the past, I've always tried to make my character look like me, but I also haven't played a lot of games where there's character customization. Like, I think the closest thing I can think of that I've like really tried to make a character look like me has been Sims. And even then I haven't like, I didn't want to like take care of my sim. I just wanted to explore. So I stopped playing that. But like Animal Crossing, I tried to a little bit too, but like other ones, I kind of like doing random customization just to see all of your options. Like I remember when Zach first got Cyberpunk and he asked me to like help him customize his character. I was just like, give him blue hair. Like, why not? Give him a mohawk. Sure. Let's see what happens. So like,
yeah, I mean, the customizer sucks anyway. Might as well just go wild with
I mean, in that
exactly.
Instance, but that was before we knew how bad it sucked. I'm like, oh, this thing's going to be like, it's going to be very robust. There'll be a lot of options. And so we scroll through them all and we're like, oh, there's not a lot of options here.
No, I try to make a character look like me the best I can. So, I mean, obviously it's not 1-to-1, but I get really, really close pretty often.
Yeah.
Except with Cyberpunk, I could not make a character look like me for the life of me.
We just made we made Walmart brand Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, that's essentially it. Mine looks like a mix of Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon, but then got punched in the face a lot.
Oh no.
But usually, like, we know with Sunset Overdrive was surprisingly easy. Monster Hunter is really easy because that's just a Japanese game, so inherently it looks kind of Asian anyway.
It just worked out for Kevin on that one.
It worked. So like the Monster Hunter Rise and the latest one, the default character already looks pretty much like me. I'm like, all right, well, I don't have to do much to do
like
that.
Sweet, save me like 20 minutes. Woo!
Exactly. But yeah, so it's, maybe it's just, me wanting to have a power fantasy. I don't know. I just like, it's like, I just like making characters look like me to help me be more immersed in the world.
Yeah, it's really for the world building. I don't think it's a power complex. I definitely think it's like helping you build out your experience in the game.
Yeah, I would agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see, another question. So do you prefer to play games portably or like on a TV? Or does it kind of just depend on the game?
So for me, that question is more, it's not, I didn't really enjoy playing on the handheld version of the Switch. Whenever I was playing in like Breath of the Wild, I'd rather see it on the big screen.
Okay.
For me, that question is, do I want to play up close on my computer monitor or sit back on the couch and like just kind of relax? So like true. When I'm playing like first person shooters, I want to be immersed and try and like do good in the game, right? So like Call of Duty Warzone, I'm sitting here trying to like play very like notice everything, every little detail. Whereas if I'm playing Avengers, I'm just chilling on the couch, clicking square, doing combos and stuff like that. So it really depends on the game and like where I want to be positioned in the screen. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah. What about you, Jordan?
For me, like considering that the majority of my games were when I did play games, they were mostly handheld. Like I like my Game Boy and my DS and stuff. I like that. I like portable games because then you can kind of sit anywhere. Like you can take it in the car with you, or you can lay in your bed. Like you don't have to be propped up like on a couch in front of the TV or like in your office chair. But I do like seeing things on a bigger screen. Like for Captain Toad, for example, I thought it was a lot easier to kind of figure out the puzzles and stuff when the screen was bigger versus on the smaller screen of the Switch. Yeah. And then like with Breath of the Wild too, like I think it's beautiful to see it on a bigger screen.
Right.
And even Animal Crossing I thought was fun. Like I knew my world and stuff, but seeing it on a TV, like it just hits different sometimes. So like I do like how flexible portable gaming can be, but also sometimes just to like see it on a bigger screen I think is nicer too.
Just wait until we get to that world of mobile, like xCloud and stuff like that. We can play all of our console games on our phones and shit, guys.
Google Stadia.
No. xCloud.
Yeah, we got to get the fast enough, that high speed internet though, the Google Fiber.
And a better phone for me.
Yeah, for me, it's like it depends on the game. For actually with Breath of the Wild, I prefer playing that handheld.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it worked better handheld because it's like this little pocket world in your hand.
Yeah.
With this huge world, it's just in your hand. You got like a little window you see through, and I think it's more like the distance between the camera and the character. So that it's just perfect for that. But and then whereas Super Mario Odyssey, I prefer to play it on the TV mostly for graphical reasons because when you play it on the on handheld mode, some things in the distance kind of get like choppier animation.
Yeah.
Whereas on if you play it on the TV, it's just like all smooth. It just kind of so like but like since with Breath of the Wild, it's cell shaded, so it's not like hyper realistic details. Like it works fine on handheld mode.
Right.
But yeah, it just kind of just depends on the game. I love the Switch having that option with every game it has in its library.
I agree. Yeah.
So it's just amazing. And yeah, so one more question for you guys, and Zach's gonna be angry with me asking this: physical or digital?
Oh,
we know my answer. We know my answer is digital.
Yes,
digital pleb.
Pleb. It's called convenience, Kevin.
It's actually cheaper to buy it physical.
Well, yeah, it is.
Unless it's PC gaming, then it's
PC or you have a giant sale on the PS4 or PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store.
Yeah, the eShop doesn't really have much good sales.
No, the eShop sucks.
Physical.
Or if your local GameStop is closing and everything is 50% off,
then
you just go ham.
The only time physical is better.
Yeah, when it's cheaper, which is most of the time.
Oof, he got you.
Yeah, I mean, if you look up Uncharted Trilogy, it's probably like full price on the PlayStation Store, but it's like $5 at a local game store.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but for me, I mean, obviously, as a casual collector, I prefer physical. Obviously, like there are digital exclusive games that I purchase to help the company, to help the studios. Big fan of limited run games. They take digital exclusive games and make it have a limited physical release that you can pre-order. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the game, just got that on physical.
Nice.
But yeah, and then obviously on my Steam, I always get like digital games when they're like super cheap for like $1 each. So I don't pay full price for digital, is what I'm trying to say.
I think the biggest problem for me with physical games is the way that new consoles have implemented them, where it's like, oh, it's not on the disc anymore. You put it in and it downloads it to your console, and you got to pull the disc out if you want to change your game, and you can't access that game anymore. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I guess what you're saying.
Yeah, so it's like you might as well just do digital. You
have to change the disc for every game you want to play.
Yeah.
Oh, You first world problems.
Exactly. So, any final thoughts?
I
before we
remember
sign
having
off?
to change the cartridge on my Super Nintendo.
Kevin, I get
Calm
it, but
down.
here's the thing: with discs now, you plug in the disc and they download it for you to your console, so it's not even on the disc anymore. It's just on the console.
That's not how discs work.
That's how it
It's
works
all
now.
still on
I'm
disc.
telling you, that was the whole
If you
thing.
hand the disc to someone else, it's still the game is still on there.
The game's still on there, but oh my god, Kevin, it's just it turns into a key.
I got what you're saying. I get what you're
You
saying.
plug in the disc, and it's like, okay, your game will be ready in 7 hours. It's like, why?
Gotta download the updates, man.
The updates. No, it's downloading the game from the internet, Kevin. That's what
That's
it's doing.
true. Yeah. See, it's a conspiracy.
Exactly.
It's actually the CD is actually just like a code for the PlayStation Store.
Honestly, it will get to that point. It will get to that
Well,
point.
they do that sometimes with like Minecraft on a certain console was just the game code. I think it was. I think it's actually the Switch version. I think it's just a game code. It's not an actual physical release. Same thing with Fortnite. When you buy the case, it's actually just a code for like V-Bucks.
Well, that was the whole like debacle behind the Xbox, like Xbox One when that was coming out. Like they were gonna get rid of, you could share like pass disc along. Once you plugged in the disc to one console,
I remember that.
it would lock down.
Everyone
the
was
disc.
like, "No."
Yeah. So
Yeah, because then when it gets to that, like, what's the point of having physical then?
exactly, yeah. So
But yeah,
any final
has
thoughts,
been-
you guys?
buy me a PlayStation 5, please.
I've tried, Kevin.
Well, Sony needs to try harder to make sure it's available for me and me only.
Ooh.
I mean, that's fair. Jordan,
I'm just gonna play Stardew. So
Yeah.
understandable.
So wait, what console are we gonna play Stardew on?
Switch.
Nice. So yeah, digital is really cheap. It's like $15. So that's the
Yeah.
physical. Yeah, that's the one where like
there
digital
it
is
is,
cheaper.
Kevin.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's
Oh,
your
no.
argument. Stardew Valley, Zach. That's the
I'll
crux
take
of
it.
your argument.
I'll take it.
Where it's $15 on the eShop because it started off as a digital only, and then like it got a physical release at GameStop only for like $35, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But I have it on Steam, so it's fine.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go, Zach. Happy now?
Yes, I'm happy. Take us out,
Do you
Kevin.
even play Stardew Valley?
Just take us out. Jesus.
This has been Committed Critics. You can follow us on Twitter at Committed Critics. It's COMMITTEDCRITS. You can follow us on YouTube at Committed Critics, spelled the same there as it is here and everywhere else. You can support us on Patreon in the link below. Just $1 or $2 a month is super helpful to the show. Special thanks to our current patrons, Davey Peppers from Game Mechanics and Ryan Kowalkowski from Ryan Plays Drums. A special thanks to our sound engineer, Jordan Smearman, who's on the show today.
Yay.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.